Hi, my name is Margaret Cannon.
Forrest Lindelof.
This semester in the Immigration and Human Rights Clinic, we had a plan in the beginning to kind of be working on some existing clients, but with everything that started happening in Afghanistan, that really shifted our focus.
The first day of clinic orientation was August 13th, and by August 28th, we had filed 4 emergency humanitarian parole applications for families of a US citizen Afghan student, actually, who had served as a combat interpreter and whose family members remain at risk in Afghanistan.
And we did that all within 4 or 5 days. It was really stressful and very intense, but a really rewarding experience.
I guess one of the biggest things I've learned is I think how to time manage. I know it's silly, but I don't know if it's something that most attorneys struggle with, but it made me realize the importance of trying to stick to a schedule, but at the same time having grace with myself when I can't adhere to it.
This work has been really intense but fulfilling, and it's kind of been a good example of being thrown in the deep end of the legal field.
I think so far my partner and I have done a pretty good job. We were a great supervisor. She I think that's a great thing about clinic. She's been kind of, not babying us, but helping us along the way, so it's been really enriching so far.
At this time, immigration attorneys across the country were very much building the plane as we were flying it, and the students got to be a part of that cutting-edge emergency crisis lawyering. We then got to slow down and do more typical clinical work in slightly slower motion. We retained an Afghan women's rights activist, for example, and we're building her case for asylum while we're still engaging in other humanitarian parole, more emergency work.
This clinic has definitely given me the most hands-on experience that I've had with clients so far in my journey with law school. I've been able to meet my clients face-to-face, which has been really rewarding, and then helping them with issues that I know that we can all see on the news.
I think one of the biggest takeaways that I've had, especially from this clinic, are how a lot of how immigration policy in general in this country is really deeply rooted in racism. And I think it's important as attorneys to recognize the role we play in that system, and to, instead of shying away from it and thinking that we're these kind of unbiased actors in it, to realize that there's such a thing as implicit bias, and that every day we make decisions, we interact with our clients, we need to be aware of that.
I didn't have any immigration law experience before this, and I was just thrown into helping people in pretty dire situations, which really taught me how to try to think and learn quickly on my feet, because there's real people with real consequences with their lives in my hands.